Alright, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our final string of shows of Danger Zone TV before our WrestleMania event here on the Rebirth of Danger and Violence Extreme. We are building, of course, to the Annual WrestleRave. I believe it is 15. I have it written down somewhere. Yeah, 15. That is a shoot. I did the math when I started the series to see what WrestleRave would this be, and it would be number 15. So we are here at Danger Zone TV, and yeah, obviously it was the pay-per-view last night, or not last night, last episode was the pay-per-view, and if you know me, you know I don't do pre-booking on pay-per-views, even though I probably should. So we just say on Twitter or something, social media, or somehow, some way, commercials maybe, it was announced that tonight's main event will be Frankie Perez and Akima Brave taking on Pablo Rodriguez and Knuckles of the Bible Bashers. Pablo asked for a rematch, and Phil was like, fuck it, why not? And then we also have announced already Troy Tornado will take on Toma. Other than that, there's nothing pre-booked, and let's just go to the show. I mean, nothing really else to talk about. So let's get into it. We open the show with Pablo talking to all the members of the Bible Bashers that are not Ernest Youngman, and he is ripping them to shreds for being eliminated numbers 1 and 2, and Pablo having to fight and claw his way back heroically, even though he cheated pretty much the whole time, to really regain the, not even advantage, just to get it back to even. And he says, Knuckles, you fucking better win this goddamn tag match with me in the main event, or there's gonna be hell to pay for all three of you. And none of them say anything in return, which you'd think after months and months of verbal and physical harassment, these three men, one of them at least, would have spoken up about something, but still nothing, which is really kind of like what is going on in their heads. So before our opening contest can even happen, because we don't know what it is, Phil Vibert makes an announcement that for the first time ever, the Danger Zone Television Championship, not the Danger Zone, the Dave Television Championship will be defended on a pay-per-view. And he says he wants to make this the one night a year, the one pay-per-view a year, I should say, that the television title will be defended, because by far it is the biggest show that Dave puts on all year. So the Annual WrestleRave 15, King Boone will have his championship match, but it is still a television championship, so he is making Bradford Peveril defend it right now. And Phil said that was the plan, but he doesn't have anyone in mind, and King Boone volunteers Mobstar, and Phil says, you know what, fuck it, why not? Mobstar. There's no real story to why I picked Mobstar. I just me and Tyler were booking Dave and realized that this guy was a fucking workhorse. So we're going to give Mobstar a shot here, and he does pretty well, actually, getting a 44 when he's not that over. So good shit for Mobstar, but in the end, everybody knows that Bradford Peveril's going over. So yeah, 10:05, and technically that is the second match that we have announced for the Annual WrestleRave will be King Boone and Bradford Peveril for the television championship. All right. However, this match was also, I chose Mobstar also to set up another feud that is going to be going forward, as after the match, Gravedigger is helping his boy Mobstar to the ring when out of nowhere, Brown Pride rushed to the ring and jumped the two men. They jump. That's really all that happens. I forgot what I was going to say. Now I remember. They jump the two men, and after they, choke out Gravedigger with one of their gold chains, they just kind of kick Mobstar out because he just went to war. Their headbands are the same. I'm just like distracted right now. They cut a promo basically saying, we are fucking pissed that the Dead Men Walking got a title match before us. Are you fucking kidding me? That is bullshit. Even though it was a singles title, doesn't matter. We're gonna prove next week why we are better than them. Okay? And yeah, basically tag match for next week. Brown Pride, Dead Men Walking, pre-book for next week's Danger Zone TV, not the pay-per-view. We then have a segment that I really wanted to run because, so basically it was Tyler was the one that pitched the idea of having the Dallas Stars rig the tag match at the pay-per-view by bribing the ref, and I'm like, my immediate thought was like, if we do that, then what's stopping them from doing it every time? And then Tyler kind of got annoyed with me, but I'm a big guy with a lot of logistics like this, so I did hire this indie worker and give him a full-on attire just so I could have Phil Vibert on this episode fire the crooked referee. And this isn't really like a storyline thing. It's just kind of something that I wanted to have happen just to establish like that was a one-time thing. You're not going to see it all the time because none of these refs are going to lose their job over this shit. So Phil fires Warren Outlaw, and he has Tribal Warrior escort him out of the building. So pretty good there. We then have the Troy Tornado versus Toma match. Troy carried him because of course he did, because what else would you expect? And then we have another amazing promo by Troy Tornado. Tyler's biggest contribution to this current build is he completely wrote out all the promos that Troy and Chris are going to have in their feud. So here we go. Once again, me reading these verbatim. I was going to pre-read them, unlike I did with the other Troy Tornado promo, but I actually kind of liked how also kind of being a viewer to these promos. So I also haven't pre-read any of this shit. So this could be either gold or terrible for all I know. So immediately, Troy just has a microphone. He says, fuck off and let me speak. Who the fuck is this? He kicks Toma in the head as he's down. What the hell is with this place and giving jobs to uncoordinated fucks? First of all, I want to say congratulations to CZCW star Frankie Perez on winning his upcoming Dave World title match. You almost make me proud, kid. It'll be an honor to show you the industry ropes when I rip that belt off of you when the time comes. For now, though, I want to talk about Chris Caulfield, the hardcore American, the failure of Dave. The Caulfield just fucking runs in out of nowhere, bodies Troy as he's about to mount him. Oh, about him. Caulfield bodies Troy oh my god. And he begins to mount him with left hooks and right hands. Dave crowd cheers. Oh my god. I can't fucking read now. The Dave crowd cheers as their ace gets an upper hand. Eventually, Troy throws him off and goes to hit the ropes hit the ropes, but rebounds into a kendo stick shot. And after 4,237 more shots, Chris brings him over to the exposed concrete floor, ready to DDT Troy to death. Unfortunately for the Dave fans, he manages to slip away at the last minute, making a speedy exit. If only I could read that cohesively. Good shit, Tyler. We then have a 66 rated promo where Tennessee Williams is just kind of fucking with Doug Peak backstage, just like giving him the most low common denominator insults possible. And eventually Tennessee Williams says, Doug, I'm really disappointed that it's not Eddie here I'm talking to. And Doug Peak is about to, step up for himself and, sock this motherfucker right in the face. But as he makes a step forward, Marshall Dillon just kind of inserts himself in the middle. Doug looks at Marshall and he's like, you're not fucking worth it, and then walks off. Tennessee Williams sees this as an absolute win for him. We then get our tag team match main event. Nice fucking 73. Knuckles was visibly tired towards the end. Do not care. Needed another body that wasn't aces high. And Frankie Perez gets a fucking 72. Holy shit. Good fucking job. Brave got a 62. That's actually kind of surprising. Not surprising that he did well, but surprising he did better than Pablo. So, in the end, believe it or not, Pablo and Knuckles do not get their heat back immediately. They don't win this tag match, and Frankie Perez gets another victory over Pablo Rodriguez. And the match ends with, the show ends with the Bible Bashers getting their heat back and beating the shit out of the tag champs. And Pablo was kind of a little bit worried in that opening promo, not worried, but he was visibly out of it every time he brought up Frankie Perez in the upcoming match. But the second that these three men just beat the shit out of the tag team champions, Pablo's worries began to fade away, and Pablo said, you know what? I'm going to make you motherfuckers pay for beating me 2 shows in a row. I forgot to do fucking pre-booking this whole goddamn show. So, shit. I did the pre-booking earlier. So after Phil fires Warren Outlaw... Fucking dog. After Phil fires the referee, he announces that even though they kind of went against Dave, the Dallas Stars will get their tag team title match on the next show. So that was pre-booked. Of course, I didn't fucking put it. There we go. So that was pre-booked. What else did we have on the show? I did pre-book that. Oh. Never mind. I did do a lot of pre-booking. See what I mean? Dude, I'm just out of it right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. Weird. Okay. So, yeah, I guess I only forgot one pre-booking. Finished the show, 76. That's a really fucking good show. Oh, my God. I am going to see how well that show did for a minute now. Usually on these weekly episodes, I just cut straight to the next weekly edition. But, 76 seems awfully good. Like, better than usual. And we didn't have, like, an extremely over match or anything. Jesus, that was the best show we ever ran. Oh, my God. Didn't feel like it from the way I was talking, but, there we go. So, yeah, let's get into the second of 3 episodes of Danger Zone TV in this episode. All right, here we are for week I was gonna say week 2. I mean, it is a week 2, kind of. It is the second week of shows in this episode, but it is week 3 in the game. As episode 2 of the episode, this is just confusing now. It is time for the second version of Danger Zone TV. That doesn't even sound. On this episode, we have pre-booked Brown Pride versus Dead Men Walking, and then, of course, for the Lords of the Ring Tag Team Championships, the Dallas Stars defeated, who was it at the pay-per-view? They defeated, fuck me, god damn it, how do I forget this shit? It just happened. They defeated the Dirty White Boys at the pay-per-view, and Phil thinks they've earned a title shot, and the Defenders are the champions. And that is our main event tonight. Make sure that this is a generic venue. And let's get into the show. So Pablo has another promo where he says, even though I am booked in a world title match at the pay-per-view, after our little encounter at the end of Danger Zone last week, I had an epiphany. I'm going to be just fine. The Bible Bashers are going to be just fine because we still have the advantage. You might have Akima Brave in your corner, but I got Knuckles. I got the Long Beach crew, and just in case I need him, I got a hitman on speed dial. So Frankie Perez, you better kiss that title match goodbye, and you better keep dreaming about that belt, because it's as close as you're ever gonna get to it, motherfucker. And we get to Brown Pride versus the Dead Men Walking, where Brown Pride actually pick up a victory. They don't get too many victories in this save because I just haven't really been able to push too many people. I don't have that big of a roster, and I don't have a lot of money to spend. So Brown Pride just haven't really been able to get pushed until now. So yeah, Brown Pride get the victory here. But in the end, it doesn't really matter because the Philly Blondes run in and make their presence known by taking out both teams and showing that they are the top team that aren't the tag team champions right now. I guess that's what everyone's trying to prove. No one really knows. That gets a 53. That's pretty nice. We then have a segment here where Raphael is looking in a mirror, and himself in the mirror, obviously, and Dean McWade just comes out of nowhere and just kind of fucking breaks the mirror. And Raphael's like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? And he's like, no fucking mirrors in Dave. And Raphael's like, what? And Dean just says, you're getting too goddamn comfortable. And you've only been here for about a week, son. I'm going to prove to you at the pay-per-view that you don't belong here. And Raphael, without hesitation, just kind of immediately says, I'll show you I belong. I know that I got the looks to back up my talk. Oh, shit, that's not what I meant to say. I know that I have the looks of a pretty boy, doesn't get his hands dirty kind of guy, but I'm motherfucking Raphael. You don't know shit about me. I just happen to be tough as nails, and I don't look like a fucking gremlin like the rest of y'all. And he walks off, and D. McQuaid's like, damn, what the fuck? Did not write that promo out, believe it or not. We then have our middle match, which is a rematch between Shady K and Knuckles, just to kind of like have it happen, really to see where they could go, and they could not go more than 6 minutes because they're both old men, apparently. But in the end, Knuckles defeated Shady K after Ernest Youngman interfered, and at the end of the match, Ernest Youngman looks to hit Shady K with the hit and take him out for good. However, Akima Brave quickly runs in and pulls Shady K out of the ring and makes the announcement to these two men that since they want to play dirty, since they want to fucking, be dicks all the time, Ernest Youngman can get his hands on Shady K, but it is going to be at the Annual WrestleRave XV. And if Knuckles has any plans, then he might as well throw them out the window, because Akima Brave's match at the Annual WrestleRave XV is going to be against Knuckles. Kind of the two big muscle of both the Defenders and the Bible Bashers going head-to-head. So there are 2 more matches that we have pre-booked for this pay-per-view. I forgot to pre-book the Dean McQuaid versus Raphael match. There we go. Then it's the Muscle Boys of the factions taking on each other. And Ernest Youngman will take on Shady K. Boom. How many matches do I have scheduled? And I have 9 matches. And we have how many currently? It's not gonna give me a number. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4. There. All right, 5. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we then cut backstage to see everybody's favorite tag team, Flex and Pex. They are working out backstage. Flex is on the bench press, and Pex is just getting really up close and personal to Flex's Pex, and he's just grunting with him. They're both grunting, Flex because he's bench pressing, Pex because he's in the presence of some perfect Pex. And Java and Acid come up and just fucking kill the mood. Fans get absolute heat, or, destroy these two men with boos the second they appear on the screen. And they challenge Flex and Pex for the pay-per-view, and Flex and Pex accept and become instant baby faces because the Outcasts are just that fucking hated by the Dave fan base. So did not mean to press that. We have our next match pre-booked. It will be the Outcast versus Flex and Pex at the pay-per-view. We then have a Troy Tornado promo. Troy cuts a pre-recorded promo from his home, a nice-looking studio apartment. Memorabilia from his career is all around the background, especially of the CZCW variety. Troy sits down on a nice-looking couch to record in front of the camera. And Troy says, I'm not surprised Phil made it so we couldn't touch before the match at the WrestleRave. Besides a coward, Phil always put money first, and those pay-per-view buys are gonna go through the roof. You want to know another reason me and Chris Caulfield can't touch? It's because like any rat pushed in the corner, Phil is scared. Phil is scared. He's about to lose his ace, his main support for this little revolution. He's scared that I'll take Chris Caulfield out for good. Rightfully so. You see, besides the best thing in wrestling has to offer right now, I represent order. The tradition that Dave tried to break when it was formed by Phil so long ago. You all know the story. The East Coast Wars. Nemesis. The Hardcore Revolution. It was all glorious history. But that's the problem we have here, Chris. It was all history. Dave couldn't survive. You could barely survive. I mean, I'm not sure how you even got a job at USPW, let alone wrestled for another decade. And that's what you represent. A longing for the past, for a better time. I represent wrestling. Not like that chicken fucker Tennessee Williams does that with that real wrestling. Wait, what? I represent wrestling. Not like that chicken fucker Tennessee Williams does with his quote-unquote real wrestling. No, I represent pro wrestling. It always has, and it always will be. Styles may come and go, fans may become jaded, and new ones emerge, but wrestling never dies. Your revolution will meet my counter-revolution. Your spirit will meet my will of iron. Your Roman Empire will meet the tide of my barbarian horde. And that's how we shall fight as well. Barbarians. I know you'll throw every hardcore trick in the book. You'll fight as hard as you can, Chris. Not well, of course, but at least you'll fight as hard as you can. You have no choice. But you're not Phil. You at least will try to stop the inevitable. Just like the Romans tried to stop their inevitable fall, you'll try, and you will fail spectacularly. I won't lie, Chris. I'm going to destroy you. Fuck. God damn it. I can't fucking read for shit, dude. I don't even have dyslexia. I just can't process words right. I won't lie, Chris. I'm going to destroy you. You won't know what fucking hit you. You're going to go back to your family, an unrecognizable failure of a man, and when your wife decides she won't like that sad excuse of an old man, why won't you give... Fuck me, god damn it. Why don't you have her give me a call? And then he winks. Fuck. I really want to fucking read these promos, but I'm a dumbass, I guess. I can't fucking read. Dude, that's been my whole fucking life. It's just I can't read. We then have the tag team title match where the Dallas Stars take on the Defenders, and in a huge, shocking turn of events, the Dallas Stars are able to steal the Lords of the Ring championships when Pablo Rodriguez and the Long Beach Crew run in, take out Akima Brave, cost Frankie Perez the match, and we have new champions. When Pablo said, "You're going to pay for that," this is what he meant. 74 rated main event. And we then have another big fucking brawl where once again the Defenders are able to, not the Defenders, the Bashers are still able to win the advantage, but damn is it close. Since Knuckles and Ernest Youngman were announced for matches at the WrestleFest, they didn't come out to help. They're trying to preserve themselves, so Pablo was stuck with just the Long Beach Crew, and slowly the Bashers are losing their advantage, but as of right now, they still have it. Finished the show, a 61. I fucking did it again. I fucking forgot to look at the fucking non-wrestling because Knuckles and Shady K are just old fucks. Goddamn, I had to cut their match time and I forgot. Fuck. Alright, whatever. Let's get into the final episode of Danger Zone TV of this season, of this episode. Let's get into it. Okay, it is time, finally, for the final edition of Danger Zone TV on this season of the Rebirth of Dave. If you are wondering what has taken this episode so long to upload, it is because after that previous recording I had, it went so poorly in my head that I was just so defeated. Like, that was one of the worst, episodes I feel I've ever recorded, and I was genuinely kind of embarrassed by it to the point where I was like, I need to, right after recording that one, I immediately was like, okay, I need a fucking day. I don't know what was wrong with me that day. I just could not I don't even remember what it was. I don't know if I couldn't just speak properly, or I don't know, dude. I have no idea what went wrong. But all I know is that after that recording session, I just was kind of embarrassed by the way it went, and I just haven't wanted to fucking upload it. But I just... Those first two parts were recorded on the same day, on March 14th. I was going to take just a day or two to regain my composure before finishing the episode, and it is now May 18th. I've decided to just fucking truck it out, upload whatever I fucking did on the last episode, and just get it uploaded. So basically, I don't remember what happened on that last episode. I do remember one thing I did was I kept fucking doing the promos wrong. Like, I would say promos that were supposed to, I would explain certain promos, that were, I don't know how to explain it. A promo would happen on, let's say week 3 of September, and, the the angle I was talking about was what's supposed to happen on this one, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I hope it makes sense. I don't know, maybe maybe I sound fucking crazy, but whatever, let's just get into the fucking episode. I can already tell that this one's also not gonna go well, so let's just fucking get it uploaded. Let's get to the fucking WrestleRave. Let's end the season, even if it's on a somewhat sour note. Let's just get and fucking truck through it. So we open the show with another amazing Pablo promo, basically to announce that the Long Beach crew, he has gotten them added into the 4-way tag team turmoil match. It's not an official number one contenders match, but, you know, it's a number one contenders match. It's a pseudo number one contenders match, and if there's anything to win, Pablo wants his guys to win it. So he has officially inserted the Long Beach crew into that match, and without even realizing it, Pablo has just removed his final line of backup going into his world title match. So, also, anything that I say on this week's Danger Zone TV that contradicts the previous 2 episodes, listen to this one, because whatever I said in those 2 episodes, it is not true anymore. So, if anything contradicts, listen to what I say in this one. So, we have pre-booking to do now. So, it is a 4 versus... No, not a 4 versus 4. It's a 2 versus 2 versus 2? 2 versus 2 versus 2. It is Brown Pride, Dead Men Walking, the Bible Bashers, and the Philly Blondes. Pseudo number one contenders match. How long is it? 10 minutes. Okay, then just fucking put it at 10 minutes. Why are you fighting me? Okay. Opening the show in terms of matches, we have a Marshall Dillon squash match, giving Richie Riggs here a chance to see if he has what it takes to be in Dave, and he did alright. His gimmick got it very good, but of course that doesn't matter because I signed all these experimental guys on 1 appearance contracts. Marshall Dillon got a 64 though, that's fucking great. So 55 for that, and then Marshall Dillon, after the match, begins to Wardlow-style powerbomb the fuck out of Richie Riggs until the Dallas Stars, rivals currently Tribal Warrior and Doug Peak, run out to make the save to help this poor helpless jobber and officially make the challenge for the pay-per-view. We have our final match pre-booked. It is going to be Tribal Warrior and Doug Peak challenging the Lords of the Ring champions, the Dallas Stars, for the Lords of the Ring championships. And that will be it here. Here we go. Tribal Warrior and Doug Peak and the Dallas Stars. There you go. There's all the matches for the annual WrestleRave number 15 right here. Obviously not in order. Don't look at that. How the fuck did I accidentally hit the notepad? Whatever. Those were the 2 highest considering signees I was going to bring in for the next season that may or may not happen. So here's all the matches if you wanted to look at those. How did I hit the let me try and get it. I hit that button, the right button, and it fucking opened the notepad. That's fucking unlucky for me, bro. So we have a checkup on Top Dollar. If you all don't remember, Top Dollar was essentially murdered by Ernest Youngman after he hit, I believe, I don't know if it was 1, 2, or 3 multiple hits on him. He just fucking murdered this poor guy. Top Dollar is currently in a coma, and Suzanne Brazel is here to give us an update on him, and basically to say that his recovery is going quite well. Despite him still being in a coma, poor Top Dollar's recovery is going very well. And right after she says that, Bradford Peveril runs into the hospital room and just fucking nails him with the Dream Left Hook for no reason other than to fuck with everyone. He just fucking right across the face, and then it like flatlines for a second. Top Dollar flatlines for a second before it like slowly pits. His heart rate is like slower than the fucking ticks on a clock at this point. Like, he's fucking dead. But he's not dead yet, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, Bradford just runs in, fucking punches him right across the face and runs back out. And Suzanne Brazel just sits there dumbfounded. Frantic Ali versus Dean McWade. We have Dean McWade beating Frantic Ali in a kind of warm-up match for him versus Raphael. 49 gets about what you'd expect. And another thing that you'd expect is after the match, Raphael sneaks up behind Dean McWade and sends his ass to Dick Kick City. 69, fuck yeah. Get that out of the way. We have a kind of brawl between all four teams that are going to be in the turmoil match at the pay-per-view, in a backstage brawl that gets pulled apart. Nothing really major here, just kind of here to, you know, give a little bit of momentum boost. I did minor success on every single person in this just to give them a little bit of momentum boost going into the pay-per-view. Get a crowd a little bit more hyped for this match going into the pay-per-view. Aces High and Mobstar have the exact same fucking head. Does Latino Fear have the same fucking headband too? Holy shit. Dude, they fucking do. Oh my god, and Gravedigger. Oh my god, that's a new stable right there. The Headbangers, the Headbanders. Right fucking there. New stable, season 2 stable right there. 69 for a 1-minute Flex and Pex promo where they make their entrance for their match and they're just like, yo, Outcasts kind of suck, lol. The fuck? The Outcasts are kind of cringe, bro. Instant, like, dude, if you want to talk about babyface turnarounds, don't talk about fucking Scorpio's guy. Talk about Flex and Pex, bro. Shitting on the Outcasts has gotten these guys so over with the Dave crowd. It's just unbelievable. And then they go into their next match, complete baby faces. Flex and Pex just beat Gangsta Nation in 452. 43 total for the match. Flex and Pex really carrying these two young guys. Again, trial match for Gangsta Nation to see if we want to bring them in. Nobody this episode has impressed me, per se, quite like some other people have in the past. So I don't think Richie Riggs or Gangster Nation are going to make any appearances if we do a season 2. So that got a nice 43. 74 for the Chris Caulfield promo. This is the one thing that I remember from the last Danger Zone that really did not go well was me trying to read. God forbid I try to do a basic human trait. But here we go. Chris Caulfield. I have a promo written down by the amazing My Tyler himself. And let's try to not fuck it up. Chris Caulfield cuts a pre-recorded video, though instead of his home, he's inside of the Dave locker room, a dark and gritty place. It looks like people smoke crack here just for fun, not because they're addicted, just because they can. Chris says, Troy, I'm gonna make this simple. Since you wanted to yap your mouth like a wannabe psychology professor at me, at WrestleRave, I'm going to kick your damn ass up and down this ring. I'm going to grab anything not nailed down to the floor and bash your stupid gothic emo-ass face inside and out. Not because I want to make a statement or to make a revolution or to make Phil proud, but because I want to. I'm Dave all the way, and you mouthing off about it is just cash checks your ass. What the fuck? God, see? This is what I get for trying to do a fucking good promo. I give people the right shit for me. I still can't fucking execute it. God damn it. I'm Dave all the way, and your mouthing off about it is just cash checks your ass can't cash. There we go. Jeez. Why the fuck? He did that intended. He put all those fucking C's and S's in there just to fuck with me. God damn it. Asshole. But I'm my own man, and the fact is you piss me off with all your bitching and moaning. Chris begins to exit the frame, but stops. And if you ever mention my wife again, I'll knock your fucking teeth down your goddamn fucking throat. I added a bunch of swears at the end there because I'm frustrated at myself. 74 for that. Pretty good fucking angle. Pretty good promos by Tyler as always. I'm just very fucking bad at reading, apparently. I think I have dyslexia. I'm going to be honest. I think I've got fucking dyslexia. And I've never, like, actually gotten it checked. But, dude, the fact that I struggle so fucking hard to read anything, I might have dyslexia. Main event. Oh, I forgot to mention this. God damn it. So Pablo at the beginning of the show announces that fucking Long Beach Crew are going to be in the turmoil match, and then he announces that this match, he's going to silence his, whatevers before the match. But fucking whatever, you get it. Basic 6-man. In the end, Frankie Perez beats Knuckles. Frankie Perez gets the win. And to close the show, it's everybody's here, but really all that matters is Pablo and Frankie. After Frankie gets the victory against all of his guys, Frankie Perez stands tall. Pablo realizes, oh, I'm fucked. Pablo finally realizes that he has nobody left at WrestleRave to help him. They're all busy. They're all going to be worn out. They can help if they want, but they're going to be fucking practically useless because you know damn well everyone's going ham at the fucking WrestleRave. No one's holding anything back, and especially Frankie Perez ain't holding nothing back at the WrestleRave. 79 to end the show. 73. Good shit, I guess. This is the end of our time on My Select USA. Fuck My Select USA. They fucked me over. Basically what happened is the contract came up and for the My Select deal, and because I'm an idiot, and you know what? No, it's not because I'm an idiot. It's because I started the save right when the game came out, and patches later, patches that came out later have prevented me from getting the TV deal that I previously got, so it's kind of on me for not locking down a deal that was really good for us, but it's also not my fault because I was under the assumption that I would be able to renegotiate this contract for something better because I have more popularity now, but you know, you win some, you lose some. So at this point, it would be a lot better for me to run our pay-per-views on Wrestle World instead of My Select, because even though My Select has a small reach in America and Wrestle World has a very small reach in America, Wrestle World has a very small reach in many other regions of the world. So yeah, it just makes more sense for us to run Wrestle World. However, I can't remember if I'm allowed to run pay-per-views on Wrestle World and My Select. If I am able to do that, then I'm inking a new deal with My Select because then what's the point of not having fucking both? However, I'm pretty sure it's either My Select or Wrestle World. Like, I don't get a choice. But basically, that's going to do it for this episode of The Rebirth of Dave. I hope you all enjoyed if you were able to, because I did not enjoy recording it, apparently. I had no fun. Next episode is the season finale, WrestleRave 15, and it might be the series finale. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, personally, saves like this only have like a limited lifespan, and at the very like midway through a lot of the series I do, it's kind of like, or not series like, but personal saves I do, it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna get to the season finale event, and then that's gonna be it for this save. But it's weird. I just kind of enjoy booking major sports and companies a lot more. Personally, I don't know why, I just have more fun booking as major conglomerates. I don't have a lot of fun booking like small companies. And even though we're not a small company, we have a weekly TV deal, we have monthly pay-per-views. It's just, not being able to sign people to exclusive deals is a weirdly big thing for me. I don't know why that's a big deal for me. It just is. However, I'm not saying that obviously after the season finale, Dave is going on a long hiatus, and I'm not saying that it's never coming back, because if it does come back, I have a bunch of things planned. I have a bunch of people, not a bunch of people, I have a couple people, ow, I hit my elbow. I have a couple people that I know I'm going to bring in. I have a couple of ideas right off the bat for season 2. However, I'm just wanted to full transparency, there may not be a season 2. Because I really in my enjoyment of the latter half of this save just fell off a fucking cliff. I don't know why. I don't know fucking why. And I feel like I'm rambling now. So I'm going to stop rambling and let you all get on with your day. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you for the season finale of The Rebirth of Dave.